I'd changed my mind. Sister Wives Kody Brown's victim act may make his reputation worse. He's trying to get sympathy. Sister Wives star Kody Brown's victim behavior is likely to have a negative impact on his reputation. I was excited about watching Sister Wives when it premiered in 2010 because there was something special about Kody and his four wives, Mary, Janelle, Robin, and Cristin, that made me a fan of the show. However, it didn't take long for me to realize that the show was more misogynistic than focused on portraying a loving plural family. It was frustrating to see Kody disrespect the mothers of his children while favoring Robin, who had recently joined the family at that time. Initially, I was hopeful Kody's relationship with Mary, Janelle, and Cristin would improve over time. Sadly, Kody never really showed a lot of interest in rebuilding an intimate relationship with his older wives and continued to spend most of his time with his youngest wife, Robin. By 2019, I was certain that the show was simply no longer about the sister wives, but more about Kody's controlling behavior. I was tired of watching Kody being mean to his family members, which is why I was overjoyed when Mary, Janelle, and Cristin left Kody to focus on themselves. Kody shouldn't portray himself as a victim on the show because he isn't a victim compared to his family members. Over the last 15 years, I've seen the Brown family evolve and drift apart as expected. I've witnessed Kody humiliate Mary, abandon Janelle, and mistreat Cristin. Furthermore, I'd also seen the TLC star create conflicts with his family members, including his two older sons, whom he wanted to kick out of Janelle's home during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic simply because they didn't follow his strict rules. In the months since the loss, Kody has said that he has suffered a little bit, painting himself like a victim. He blames his former wives for leaving him, even though he was the one who abandoned them to spend more time with Robin. He has never shown gratitude towards Mary, Janelle, and Cristin, which is why I find it tiresome to see him pretend to be a victim. I think Kody likely thinks that fans have forgotten his villainous behavior. He wants to gaslight them into liking him again, which is why he often blames everyone but himself for the end of his 3 marriages. If you ask me, Kody is making a mistake by acting as a victim on the show. I believe his victim behavior makes him look desperate, which would never help him repair his reputation. I believe Kody's strategy to regain favor with fans is to make them think he's truly unhappy without his wives. He often appears lost and sad, with Robin constantly discussing his emotional distress. Kody also emphasizes the end of polygamy in his life and plural family. Still, he takes no action to reconcile with his former wives or heal his relationship with his older children. His recent behavior suggests to me that he's simply trying all avenues to remain in the spotlight and keep the show going. He seems to want fans to feel sorry for him. Kody's attempts to appear as a victim will only drive his fans and family members away. Therefore, I feel it would be more beneficial for him to acknowledge his mistakes and ask his ex-wives for forgiveness. If Kody truly wants to improve his image, he must make changes within himself. This includes showing humility and apologizing for his past behavior. Over 15 years, everyone has witnessed how Kody treated his former wives. As a result, the Sister Wives star must confront his past and work towards establishing stronger relationships with Mary, Janelle, Cristin, and his children. Kody Brown has always been a man of contradictions. For years, he prided himself on his ability to lead his plural family with what he believed was wisdom, fairness, and authority. But as the cracks in his carefully constructed world became undeniable, his latest attempts to garner sympathy are proving to be a miscalculation. Rather than repairing his reputation, his relentless victim act might be making things worse. For years, Kody was the untouchable patriarch of the Brown family, reveling in the spotlight of sister wives. With 4 wives and a sprawling number of children, he basked in the attention, confidently asserting that he had the ultimate love story. But as the years wore on, it became clear that Kody's leadership style was less about unity and more about control. When Cristin left, the first major crack in his empire, Kody appeared to be blindsided. How could she just walk away? Didn't she see all that he had done for her? The audience, however, saw something different. They saw a woman who had spent years feeling unheard, dismissed, and unappreciated. They saw a wife who had long since realized that her love was not reciprocated in the way she needed. When Cristin left, she didn't just step out of a marriage, she reclaimed her identity. And yet, instead of reflecting on why she left, Kody leaned into his wounded pride, portraying himself as the abandoned husband who had given his all. But Kody didn't stop there. As Janelle began to question their relationship and Mary's loyalty became more of a habitual obligation than a genuine connection, Kody doubled down. He lamented that he was tired of being the bad guy and painted himself as the victim of an ungrateful family. It was as if he genuinely believed that these women had some kind of duty to stay, no matter how he treated them. His latest attempts to gain sympathy are particularly transparent. He speaks of betrayal and heartbreak, of women who didn't appreciate his sacrifices. He accuses them of not trying hard enough, of walking away too easily. And yet, the audience isn't buying it. The more he whines about his suffering, the clearer it becomes that he is a man who refuses to take accountability. Kody's victim act might have worked in a different time, when his control over the family was more absolute, and when the public didn't have years of footage to contrast his words against. But in the current landscape, where viewers have watched Cristin walk into happiness, Janelle find her voice, and Mary finally admit that she deserved better, his martyr complex feels hollow. It's not that people don't believe Kody is hurting. It's that they don't believe he is the victim he claims to be. This shift in perception is a crucial one. For years, Kody held the role of the charming yet flawed patriarch, someone who struggled but was still trying to keep his family together. But now, his endless complaints, his unwillingness to self-reflect, and his anger toward the women who dared to prioritize their own happiness are painting him as something else entirely. A man who is losing control and lashing out because of it. Even his relationship with Robin, once seen as his ultimate love story, is now being scrutinized under a harsher light. Robin, who has long been perceived as the favored wife, has done little to quell Kody's self-pity. Instead, she has echoed his sentiments, claiming she, too, feels abandoned. But where Cristin and Janelle and even Mary have taken steps to rebuild their lives, Kody and Robin remain stuck in their own narrative of loss and victimhood. This is where Kody's reputation takes its biggest hit. The more he plays the victim, the less he appears to be the leader he always claimed to be. A true leader, when faced with hardship, adapts, grows, and finds solutions. Kody, however, wallows. He mourns what he has lost but refuses to acknowledge his role in that loss. He expects sympathy but offers no real remorse. And the audience isn't falling for it. Instead of seeing a man who has been wronged, they see a man who refuses to change. They see someone who was given multiple chances to repair his relationships, but instead shows pride and ego over love and understanding. They see a man whose reputation is crumbling not because of the women who left him, but because of his own actions. Kody Brown once prided himself on being the head of a large, loving family. But now, as his own words and actions work against him, he is becoming something else entirely. A cautionary tale about what happens when a man refuses to evolve. And no amount of self-pity will change that.